Today we're making coffee and talking about detachment. I think a lot of people don't understand is there is a major difference between detachment and disconnecting. Disconnecting means more of wanting to egotistically detach from the situation or the person or whatever you're going through. And true detachment is acceptance of what happened and receiving the true lesson that you were meant to receive from it and know that you were meant to receive that lesson from it. When we detach, we can truly learn the lesson and grow and look at the situation as a less of a painful experience and more of a learning experience. When I first heard that detachment doesn't have to be a negative connotation, it doesn't have to be something that is inherently egotistical, I realized that I can detach from almost anything and everything that has ever held me from being my most authentic version of myself. Because as I was growing up and going through life lesson after life lesson, I was so hard on myself for just constantly feeling the need to hold on to what the situation made me feel, or maybe how that person made me feel. I just felt in a constant attachment instead of detachment, but a healthy detachment. Because if you're trying to disconnect from the situation, that can also be considered a healing process. But if you're disconnecting from it in a way that you can't face any lesson that was learned, you can't face any accountability that you might play a part in as an overall learning lesson instead of something that is inherently entirely the other person's fault and entirely the other person's experience. I think we can actually learn to detach and accept that lessons are meant to be learned as they are learned instead of having to constantly look at situations and look at past people and have such negative, passionate feelings towards them. But I don't think it's possible to detach without connection. Detach from what is disconnecting and attach to acceptance.